We all know debt can wreak havoc, not only on our finances, but also on our ability to borrow. Having a lot of debt can create stress and sometimes be hard to get under control. The good news is that there are ways you can aggressively pay down your debt, helping you to get in a better financial position more quickly and alleviate the stress that debt can bring. Here are 6 tips to help you aggressively pay down your debt. Tip number 1, create a debt payment strategy using the avalanche repayment strategy or the snowball. An avalanche repayment strategy starts with your highest interest rate card or loan first, and you pay as much as you can each month while paying the monthly minimum on the remaining cards. Once the first debt is paid, you would take that amount that you were paying each month and add it to the minimum payment of that next highest interest rate debt. You would continue this method until each of your debts are paid off. Now the snowball repayment plan, it's similar to the avalanche, except instead of targeting your highest interest rate debt first, you'd actually start with the debt with the lowest balance. Now, this might be the best method if you have multiple cards with low balances, as it would free up the funds more quickly. I tend to utilize the snowball method with the clients that I work with. Tip number 2, always pay more than the minimum. Not only will making the bare minimum payment cost you a significant amount in terms of interest, but it will also typically take 10 years or longer to repay that debt, even without additional charges. Look at your budget and find areas where you can cut that will allow you to pay at least double the minimum each month. Tip number 3, look at balance transfer offers. You may receive credit card offers with a 0% balance transfer interest rate if you repay the debt and within a certain time period. Consider these offers as possible ways to manage high interest credit card debt. Without accruing interest, you'll be able to pay the balance down much more quickly. Tip number 4, look at a debt consolidation loan. Debt consolidation loans are personal loans that are used to pay off high interest credit card debt. You'll typically need good credit and a strong income for this option to result in significant savings. The other benefit of a consolidation loan is that it will be for a set term. That means if it's a 3-year loan, you know at the end of 3 years, you'll be debt-free. Tip number 5, trim your budget to the bare minimum. Part of aggressively paying your debt down involves finding more money to put towards your debt. This means taking a hard look at your income and budget and finding areas where spending can be cut so you can put more money towards paying down your debt. And last, tip number 6, raise additional income. If you've trimmed down your budget and realize you need more money coming in to put towards debt repayment, consider taking on a side gig to bring in some extra money and use it solely to put towards your debt. When following the tips above to aggressively pay down your debt, it is also critical to take the time to identify what caused the debt in the first place. You'll want to develop a strategy to make sure that once you've paid down your debt, you prevent yourself from getting into the same situation. This can include cutting back on spending or setting up emergency funds. Remember, one of the most essential strategies for paying off debt is to put systems in place to ensure it won't happen again.